In this video, I'm going to show you how I managed to take $88 to 275 in my account trading volatility 75 index. So with that being said, let's play the intro and the disclaimer and I will see you on the other side. So before I trade any amount that I deposit, the first thing I do is to create a game plan for that account. So the first thing on the plan is to figure out how are you going to protect the account. So I need to know how am I going to protect this account. Most traders will want to start by trying to get the best trade, but I think it doesn't work that way if you want to make money. The first thing is to know how much are you risking and how much are you going to be making on the trade, and also how are you going to protect that account from blowing. So for my account, the balance was like $88 and the risk per trade was going to be $8, and then the reward per trade if I make a win was going to be $20. Now understand this, it is not a good idea to risk 10% on your account because most of the time you can lose that account. But for me, this is a very small account. It's very small, so there's no way that I'm gonna be risking 1% on an $80 account. If I was trading 10,000, 50,000, 100,000, I would be risking 1% on each and every trade. But in this case, I'm risking 10% for each trade. So by risking 10% on my account, I know that I'm just trying to get like 10 chances to try and do something. So on those 10 chances, I was hoping that if I get 4 wins, I will break even. And if I get 5 wins or more, that's gonna be profits. When the account got to $150, I had to increase the risk to like $12, $13 per trade to try and make $30. And that way you can keep going. So this account, I'm trying to keep going, and I'll keep going, and I'll keep updating you in the following videos. So make sure to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss all those videos when they come out. Now the instrument that I'm gonna be trading is volatility 75, and the time frame is gonna be 5-minute time frame. The strategy that I used is new to you, and I'm going to show you that in a minute. Before I show you the strategy, the next thing that I have on the game plan is the rules that can help me to stay as objective as possible. So I don't want to be making decisions inside the trading. I just want to start by making the decision, place the trade, and then after I place the trade, I don't make any decisions. So the rules was, number 1, stop losses and take profits will be decided before the trade. So before I place the trade, I need to know where am I going to be placing my stop loss and where am I going to be putting my take profits. Number 2 rule is, once I place a trade, I will not watch it. So if I place a trade, I will put the stop loss, I will put the take profits, and I walk away from my trading desk. Number 3, if I lose 3 trades in a row, I will stop for the day. And that's it. The reason why is I don't want to get emotional. I don't want to revenge trade. I just want to go away and come back tomorrow with a better mind. Subscribe to the channel so that I can make some better videos in the future and I can help you. Okay guys, let's go to the strategy. So for the strategy, I was not going to go for anything complicated, but I wanted a big risk to reward ratio. So the only way that I was going to do this is to use a trend reversal strategy. So here's the thing. Trend following can be a good idea since you have always been told that the trend is your friend. But trend reversal in particular can be very hard to find, but if you can get them, then you can grow your accounts, because the risk to reward is something that is going to help you when you are trying to grow a small account. So I will show you how I do it personally, how I'm able to identify this trend reversal, right? So let me jump into the analysis too, and I will show you how I managed to do that, how I placed the trades, and how you can do the same. So here's a trade that I took with this account which did really well, and I'm going to explain to you how I did this trade. So I'll show you a cell phone screen on the screen right now as I was placing that trade, and you can see that that chart is exactly the chart that I'm looking at right here. You have to forget about the indicators on the cell phone because I was testing another strategy when I just found out about this trade on the TradingView platform. So for me, I analyze my market on the TradingView platform and I place my trades on my cell phone. If you want to know how to analyze synthetic indices using TradingView, I'm going to leave a link in the description that's going to lead you directly to this page right here. It's called tradingview.binary.com. So I'm going to explain this trade right here, which I placed and managed to get some money right here. So first of all, you need to pay attention to this chart right here. You need to pay attention that this chart was in a very strong move going to the downside. But how did I know that here I can get a reversal? I'm going to explain that to you right now. So first of all, I want to draw something right here. Pay attention. When the market is making a move to the downside like this, what do we call this? We said this is called a lower low, this is called a lower low, this is called a lower low, and this is called a higher low, a higher low, a higher low. Or it's a lower high, I don't know a higher low or a lower high. It doesn't really matter, right? Sometimes I see comments, people saying, okay, you're saying this wrong, you have to say this. I don't really care about that. All I care about is you just found the right information and you are placing the right trades. Okay, so let's move on to this, right? So how do you know that the market have started reversing on this case right here? So for me, I said if the market is moving to the downside and it makes pullback, you want to mark out this zone right here and expect prices to drop down and then makes another pullback. If it drops down here, breaking past this lower low, you know this is a downtrend, and we keep doing that, we keep doing that, we keep doing that until this zone right here is broken right here, right? So I'm going to explain that on this. If you look at this, you can see that if you are able to read the trend and identify these higher lows, you can make money with this strategy, right? So you can see right here we have a big move to the downside, we have a pullback right here. Once we have the pullback, we mark out this zone right here. We expect that if prices break past this zone right here, we are continuing the downtrend. Here we see some moves right here, but what did I say? I said if the market doesn't break past here, if you are part of the Forex Mastery Bootcamp, you already know this strategy very well, because I explained this in much detail. If you haven't, then you need to be part of it, because you can miss out on one of the best things that you can ever find on the market, right? So we are just waiting for the market to break out this zone right here to continue the downtrend, and then we see it right here, which means we forget about whatever happens right here, because we don't care about it. We are still wanting to see that the market have now started reversing, right? If this move here was going to come here and break past this previous zone, then we would say, okay, this market right here, if started going to the upside, right? So in this case, we see after this, I see a pullback right here, I see another impulsive move breaking past here, and then at this point right here, this is where something interesting happened, right? I saw a pullback first, then I saw another move right here. This was a strong move, but it fails to break past this zone, which created some kind of a double bottom pattern, because I started seeing a move right here. Once I started seeing this move right here, what I did next is I marked out this zone right here, right? So this zone right here is where the market went, right? So you can see here from this point, the market went all the way up, and then it pulls back. It fails to break past this zone right here, and it makes another pullback right here. Let's put this in blue, and it makes another pullback right here. This pullback now, it was even worse. It failed to go past this zone right here, and then it started going up right here, right? And once I see these three things right here, I saw that the market is now losing momentum. All I'm waiting for is the market to break on top of this zone right here, which happened as soon as this happened, right? Once that happens, I placed this trade right here. I placed it on the phone, and then I put my stop loss right here, and then my take profit on 1 to 2. It was 2.3 to 1 risk to reward ratio, because I was risking $8 to make $20 right there, right? The other thing that I also saw that helped me to justify my decision right here was this trend line right here, right? So as you can see, there was some kind of a trend line from this point to this point right here. So it's not really clear, but you can see that the market tested here, tested here, tested here. Now we see a break and bounce into the trend line right here, which is some kind of a trend line break strategy. Main reason that I think I found to get this trade right here correctly is what I have been doing with this account. So I'm just looking for whenever the market is making the pullback, and then when I see the market now starting to lose momentum right here, I'm just waiting for the break of this previous zone right here. Okay, so the question you might have right now is, how did you know that the risk was $8 for this trade and the reward was $20? If you want to know that, you need to watch the video appearing on the screen right now, because it will take you through a step-by-step process of calculating your stop losses, your take profits on synthetic indices in terms of the dollar amount. So you're going to learn each and everything that you need so that you understand, okay, if I want to risk $5, how am I going to place the trade? What's the lot size? Everything. Watch the video appearing on the screen right now, and I'll see you in that video.